So, hello everyone, this is OK here, and we are covering uh, live action from round one of the Crazy House League. This is the 8th edition of the Crazy House League. The first 3 editions were an individual league, and ever since then, since season 4, it's been a team league, and there's been an extra season in between seasons 7 and 8, which was the Crazy House 960 League, so season 7.96. So it's just starting out. This is about the 4th match of round one. It's between the board ones, JannLee and gsvc. We could just scroll back to the beginning of the game. See gsvc is playing the Scandi. Mutual attacking knights, b4. Ooh, so not even taking the knight, just going for. Okay, so white, you want the queen on b4, takes. Not even sure why. Oh, I see. So gsvc going for the queen sack. So people will joke that now Jan has 2 queens to sack. Let's see the chat. Pepe says go gsvc because Pepe is on gsvc's team. The finisher says go Katask. Oppa says go Finland. Yeah, we were hoping Jan will stream it, but I don't think he's streaming it, which is why I popped in. He wants to get knight at d5 with tempo, so that's the reason for b4. Okay. Flourish says, I woke up for this because it's 9 AM on the East Coast. That's how much I love Crazy House. GSV says, this does not seem to be as bad for me as it should. Pawn seems to be better on g4 than e4 since it's defended by the bishop on c8. So this pawn here is more valuable than the central pawn, Opera is saying. GSV says, I gave a queen first, I have the moral advantage. And I thought 2-piece trade versus a queen is good if black hasn't got a clear weakness. And Flores says, I'm liking black. White's trying to create some weaknesses, says Pepe. But black just got 1 piece, has just got 1 piece on the 3rd rank. So black only has 1. Yeah, I mean, I was my intuition was I'm definitely favouring white, but just to play through the sequence again. So this is where it got really critical, and this was the idea, just to be able to get this move, knight d5 in, with tempo at some point. And knight d5 came, and so he got 2 knights for that queen, and white's got fairly good development, and a queen for 2 pieces. So hi there, Pepe, in the Twitch chat. And indeed I am covering it, as Pepe notices in the Lichess chat as well. And bishop h6 maybe to keep the knight on f4 and h4 is an idea. But, oh, I see, to bishop h6 here. Opera is thinking for black. Okay, so now let's just try and zone into this position. Go gsvc, says Pepe, of course. I should bring up the page at some point, after the match maybe, of the various teams. But I think it's JannLee, PKR as board 2, Pepe, board 3, Marlon, James OG, I think that's that team. And JannLee, he has Variance Bunny as his board 2, and Costas as board 6, yeah. Sorry, James, Joanna, and Costas, I got mixed up, yeah. Not Marlon. James, Joanna, and Costas are boards 4, 5, and 6. Joanna tries on board 5. And JannLee has Variant Bunny on board 2. And I know Andrejo or Obi on board 4. They're looking for board 5. They have some issues. Their board 5 is not responding. So I love Pi, if you're watching, please respond to your opponent. And yeah, I'd actually like an update of what's happening there. Maybe they need an alternate to fill the gap. Okay, so bishop h6 indeed was played. So yeah, is there any weakness? So it's not many pieces in hand for either player, so you have to try and figure out what can I do with my pieces on the board, and are there any, where's my entry point? And amazingly, Jan is already down to his last minute. This is a 5+5 game, so you get 5 seconds increment, but he's really in the tank. Huh. Knight takes c6 forced, and Oppa was expecting b takes c6, because otherwise bishop takes knight. So knight takes c6, knight takes c6 is forced, and then knight at a6, ideas of this, and if you take this knight, this sort of idea. Yeah, I understand. Oppa was saying b takes c6 is not right because the knight would hang. Okay, so that's both reinforcing this. So here's just bishop takes, he wants pawn. No, okay, he just wants to take... Ah, okay, I missed this. He figured this bishop was overloaded. Oh, pawn at h4 is another idea that Oppo noticed. That if queen takes, in an earlier position, pawn at h4, if queen takes, knight takes g2 is a threat. So it's quite a strong idea. Strong attack here. But can the queens penetrate into black's position? He could give the queen back for a couple of pieces, but I don't see an entry actually. So pawn here looks promising, maybe, but only 8 seconds on the clock. Jan in real time trouble. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Oh, he goes for the queen sack. Pepe says, I thought e6 instead of at g7 to protect d7. Okay, so Jan trying to pick up some time. Someone was wondering, was queen takes g7 possible? No, because it's knight takes. It was all defended. You don't have enough ammo in hand for it to be worthwhile. So I'm just going to put, I don't know. Okay, I was just posting the game link in the Discord. So again, Jan really short on time. Take that. Yeah, so that hound. This check. So I'm not providing very coherent commentary, but yeah, queen at e6 was a great move, checking and defending. The knight was hanging, knight takes d7, so really great coordination here from gsvc. So is there any threat here? No obvious threat. So he harasses because g2 is defended. So he, okay, you can just take. Oh, that was the threat. Queen takes g2 and then knight f3. I missed this. Takes. So what one would be worried about is this line weak? And I think it's okay. I think, yeah, so he can just take it. So if you just drop here, takes, drop here, takes. drop here, run back. Oh, maybe it is enough. Hang on. So drop here takes, drop here takes, drop here. You use up 3 diagonals, but you don't have the 4th diagonal for f3. So cookie crumb technique doesn't quite work. And the black king, yeah, you need at h6. If white can get in at h6, uh, then white's in business, and white does have a queen, 2 knights, a pawn, and so on in hand. So just at h6 and knight at f3. Someone says, Flourish says, looks good. At f3, not sure. At h6 comes, of course. I'm not sure black has quite enough to just counterattack, so that's why he takes. He's going to put a pawn back on g7, using the fact the queen is defending this square. So knight here, he wants to be able to go bishop takes h6, but just pawn at g7 is going to come now. Pawn at g7, 11 seconds. Hi there, Jarl. Okay, but now white's lost his bishop pointing at h6, so that's rather unfortunate. So oh, nice resource. It's picking up the rook. And white resigns. So wonderful play from GSVC. So Pepe will be a happy man. His board 1 has delivered. And as black as well. So it's a break of serve in a sense. And Mugwort says, nice find, Flourish. You called it. I must have. Later. I think I missed. Okay, I missed the comment from Flourish. Sorry. Variance only says GSVC so strong, Jan just copies him now. Okay, so bishop g5 has provoked f6. Pepe says, I'm glad everybody else in the team is winning. Less pressure for me. Ajal says, how come Jan is not streaming this? Good question. I wasn't planning on streaming this, but when I saw Jan wasn't streaming it, I thought I'd just pop in and give a quick coverage, some quick coverage. And I'm streaming it from the Discord, so if anyone on the Discord wants to join me, you're welcome. So here what would be normal, I guess, would be e6, bishop d6, knight e7, and castles. That would be a normal plan for black, and to claim that, or e6, bishop e7, and knight h6 might also be another approach. And just claim that this bishop isn't really doing much on h4, it will have to eventually reroute to a better diagonal. I'd say both these players are very much underrated in the 2600s. So we see knight h6. I think GSVC is already worrying about both sides already worrying about the opening when they're only like 4 moves into the game. He's worrying that he tricked himself with the move order. I mean, this is perfectly normal. Okay, does this make sense? Because it's quite tempting to say, can I take this? And then take here. So if I take this, is the plan push? Push and then take next move? That's interesting. I feel like we're already in territory, unfamiliar territory, which is impressive. I was tempted by this so that if knight takes pawn we take here, because now I think white is getting a pawn in on e6, and if white ever gets a pawn on e6 it's game over for black, so this is looking uncomfortable. Flourish is campaigning for e4, e5, crazy house. Well, Charles says, GSVC always makes fun of me for insisting on moving the e-pawn, but when his ops don't do it, he pounces. Yes. Of course. I don't understand why not takes. I guess takes and the queen gets protected. Here, yeah, I guess so. There's a sort of tension on the d file, and I think black is maybe black was fine there. The d5 square was still under control, I think was the point. So instead of that, white just goes for development, takes, that queen is out, so it's going to get harassed, perhaps. But maybe there was worries about knight f6. Was knight f6 a worry? Maybe knight f6 was a worry, because it's check, takes. Farage says knight d4 looked good. Opwaisen said maybe e takes d5 is fine too. Takes f6 is not a problem. And okay, so this check. So what's people are saying this looks over already, and I'm very confused. What's the problem? I mean, even if we go king f7, takes, I still feel this is safe. Everything is defended. So I'm obviously missing something. People are thinking of knight takes f6 and knight e5 ideas. I'm not providing commentary so much as just reading out chat at the moment. Knight e5 says Jal Calendar Bughouse. Yeah, so knight e5 is interesting because if you take it, you're losing your queen, and queen at e8 is a problem. So knight e5, back off. At least this square is protected. But yeah, certainly looks hairy. If you ever take here, I feel black will be very happy. He's connected his queen and rook. The bishop provides coverage of f7. Knights are also guarding f7. So knight e5 is a nice idea. Another idea would be, how can I undermine this knight? But knight e5 and then undermine this knight, perhaps? Yeah, that's right. Knight e5, king g8, and maybe dropping a pawn here. No, but then you don't have the pawn. Yeah, you can get a pawn quite easily. Okay, is there any other resource? Knight takes f6 immediately. There's also pawn here, knight takes pawn, knight takes knight. Yeah, I'm not sure that really achieves anything. I'm tempted by this, but just to try and deflect. Oh, hang on. Yeah, takes, the bishop is defended by this knight. Takes, if takes here, then takes here would be immediately a mate threat, is the point. But then maybe just pawn takes, and the king has got g7. I'm not sure. Pawn at d7. Okay. So just really sitting on the opponent here. Pawn at d7. Oh, yes, that's what it was all about. Pawn at d7 was all about cutting off the bishop's protection of e6. That's what it was really about. Okay, so with tempo, black is trying to give himself a flight square here, but this is looking ominous. So do you keep a pawn in hand, or do you drop? Obviously, if you push, there's knight f2 ideas. Does black ever have time to take? So what's the threat? Pawn here. Obviously knight takes doesn't come because otherwise you take back. Oh, oh. GSVC is obviously seeing a mate if he's doing this. Because bishop takes queen is check. I don't understand. You don't give queen with check. Queen c3 says mugwort. And Variants only saw it. This is. Oh, the queen was hanging anyway where it was. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, so bishop b4 unclear is what happens when I think too much. Okay. Queen c3 is crazy. See, he's not used to good positions, called it. Only queen knight blockers on a3 f8 diagonals. What's... Okay, so this is an interesting move. Maybe ideas of this and this, but also defending against knight at g6. Yeah, it wasn't hanging with check on f3. That's true, and I don't see the mate is the other thing. Like I don't see. Oh, I see something. I see something. Check knight here. Oh, he doesn't have a knight. Okay, but takes the knight and then check and knight here is mate. No, but queen takes. Ah, no, it doesn't quite work. Huh. Why do you want... Oh, okay. He's opening up this square for a knight. Very interesting. So he's saving up taking this knight one move. And whatever you do is going to be bishop takes knight, knight here, but the king can still run here. I'm still not seeing... Still not seeing the finish. You could always take a pawn if you're... Oh, you can always take a knight. You can always take a knight here. Yeah, yeah. But then I saw that already. Yeah. Takes a knight, drops a knight here. I don't... No, there must have been something concrete, but I don't see it. Take a knight at d7 is what I was thinking, but then king here, and then what? Knight d7 tempting, we're not sure it goes anywhere. Yeah, and then JSVC instead just does something very chill. Just castles queenside. Wow. So keeping all the tension. I don't understand this move at all. I mean, he's just inviting stuff. What the... This... And double check. What has he just done? Oh, he's not double check because it's pinned. But, wow. I guess he figures he's safe. He says in the chat, Jasugi told me castles queenside always wins. It's not my experience of the game, but sure. Oh, those bishops from GSVC. Pepe, Flourish, ballsiest castle I've ever seen. C5 was really interesting, yes. Just to try and block off this and then get some kind of discover. Definitely interesting. Still interesting, to be honest. But you're losing a whole queen. Knight here, check. King would have to run. Okay, we see c5 now. From Jan? Yeah, nice bishops. But so c5 is great because it stops the whole bishop takes knight idea, which was a menace. Yeah, I think C. If just bishop takes queen though, what do? Knight here, king here, pawn here, king here, and back rank mate. Yeah, queen takes rook, rook takes, and rook here is mate. Okay, so that is actually that's actually a serious threat. That's a serious threat. Just knight d7, he can just... Oh, yeah, then you don't have your discovery. It's blocking off this hole. Okay, so white's got a queen in hand. Can he deliver anything? That's... What? Okay, so can't take because it's pinned, but what is that achieving? I'm not quite sure. Queen takes knight, knight here idea. What's the... Queen takes this knight. It's a very strange move. Black Pepe is thinking maybe just take the pawn. After all, it's interesting. And remember, this knight takes g2 if we ever run to e1. So queen e5 just flexing, so it's variance only. He's just demonstrating he knows how pinned pieces work. So it's flourish. Advanced technology. Okay, 17 seconds for Jan to figure something out here. 2 pawns and a bishop. This should. Yeah, so if takes, I think you might run to here. Where else does he go? Oh, he could run forward, but oh my goodness. It's kind of nervous. He is running this very strange route and saying I'm actually safe here. I was expecting g2, but okay. What he does instead is cuts off the d file. Very creative. This is going to be a time scramble. So it's who's better at time scrambles. Oh, ouch, 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 ouch. Takes f6. Okay, ouch. This is over now. Oh, yeah. Comes back and pawn mates. And Black resigns. So gsvc with a 2-love win. Very impressive against JannLee. gsvc ascended to some new form, says Flourish. That's it. 2-0. Yep, the league is just 2 games, so it's not too much of a time commitment for players. So it's not too much of a time commitment, and so players can just squeeze it in half an hour. And thanks to the finisher for pasting the link. That makes it really much easier for me to bring it up. So the finisher against Oppa will be in a couple of days. We have Clearcast against Variance Only, in fact, tomorrow on the board 1 match. I streamed my match against Blythind yesterday. That was didn't go very well to start with, but I managed to come back. And this is the JannLee against gsvc. The website's very smart. It just automatically picks up the games off Lichess and posts them up. And wow, zit happens, ZH happens, ZH it happens, has stormed to basically a guaranteed draw or win after only three games, with Kostas beating Janatheos, James OG beating Andrejil, overcoming a rating differential, and gsvc now beating JannLee. PKR variant bunny will be interesting. Pepe against Rek Rek. Rek Rek is tough. I Love Pie, we're going to have to figure out who's going to play that match. And yeah, cool. So Pepe says, I thought we were clear underdogs this round. Whereas it looks like, well, unless they find a replacement, that risks being a forfeit win. So Pepe, I think Pepe is probably an underdog against Rek Rek. But PKR variant bunny, hard to say. This PKR is 2300 player now. That's so impressive. I think I've never hit 2300 myself. So impressive PKR. But variant bunny is very good at openings. So in a 2-game format, you never know what will happen. PKR is in great shape. Yeah. If I was putting odds, I'd say 1-1-1, just because variant bunny is very good with white. So I'd say the odds are 1-1 on here. Pepe Rek Rek, yeah, that's going to be a tough match. And Joanna tries I Love Pie, yeah, anything could happen because we don't even know who the opponent will be. Okay, well, congratulations gsvc on a nice win, and lots more league matches, but also Crazy House World Championship matches happening in the coming days. Pepe playing in 25 minutes. Okay, good luck. I'll definitely tune in. Okay, have a great weekend, guys.